Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Cross. Last time we made our first steps into Viper Manor, and I decided to splice in a few clips of what is going on Nikki's path. It'll be pretty easy to tell the difference between the two because on one path I have a dog running around with me, so it'll be pretty obvious to see which path I am currently running. The same basic plot points go through in either case, so you don't need to worry too much about any of that. Don't get confused, it's not particularly important, which path I am running at the time, other than the little minor changes that happen on either path. 2 treasure chests. One contains a turn black element. The other is another one of these guys. I got that one wrong, and got nothing for my troubles. Some kind of harlequin is telling me to shut up. Okay, well, I'll leave you to your nap time, I guess. No luck on a nice element there. When the eye is on there, you can initiate battle, and I highly recommend you do this every time there's an eye on one of the doors, because these guys have something pretty valuable that you'll want to steal. This is a Portalgeist instead of a Poltergeist. You'll find out why the name is the way it is in a moment. Let's get Kid all buffed up here. Don't attack Kid. This keeps happening. In the last battle, I had to restart it 3 times in order to get them to not interrupt Kid at the start of the fight so that she could steal. Anyway, we want to steal from the Portalgeist. And the reason for that is we get a Magnify element, which is something we won't have access to for quite some time otherwise. And it's pretty valuable if we ever need any excess money, because I think it sells for 300 or 400 at this point. And, well, we don't have access to that much money. I could potentially finish it off with a dash and slash, but I'm going to try and let it show you what it does here. I missed. Or he's just not going to get a turn. Is it... I can't remember. Is his AI script have him do his thing when he's on a low enough HP? Is that how it works? Thought he'd be dead by now. I didn't think he had this much HP. Anyway, let's... Kid sure is missing her third hit a lot. I'm not sure why, other than the fact that the accuracy sucks in this game. Yes, this guy can randomly summon pretty much, I think, any enemy you've seen up until this point, and you can still target either one. I highly recommend you finish off the Portalgeist before it gets a chance to do that too often. And remember, dodos will respond very poorly if you use elements on them, so do not do that. Now, finish off you. I believe we get additional experience for the enemies that it summons, but then again, you do have to fight the enemy all over again, so there's that. And in this case, Guile should be able to do a substantial amount of damage because he's black elemental, and the dodo is white, so we're going to show off his tech on that there. Should have lowered its HP enough that it shouldn't survive too long after this, if it even survives this at all. I'm expecting over 100 damage. Pretty much what I was expecting to see. I won't show any of the additional fights up against those guys off, but do make sure to go out of your way to steal each time. Oh, this door's locked. And if you recall, that's the front there. Oops. This guy says, stop taking forever to do the dialogue. Okay. Do not enter or go around. So that's why we couldn't get through over there earlier. Now that we've explored all the things on this side, let us backtrack to the cage here that we fell into at the start and try and open this door and go on this side. Can't get past him, so this is the treasure vault. Cool. Need permission to enter. We don't have that. Password. Long live... What the hell are... But I didn't actually select that. The correct answer is silence. You just wait a few seconds and then it lets you in. I'm assuming they were going off the, like, oh, they didn't say anything about a password that wasn't the numbered password for the front door. And so they just expect the player to go, and then it just does it automatically. I think it's just supposed to startle the player to start thinking and then realize, oh, they have a really bad password system. Hey, look at another one of these guys. Well, I chose the right mimic that time and managed to get myself a nice ice lance. Not that it matters, since we can already buy those anyway, but it is what it is. Looks like the frozen flame ain't here. Apparently, that's what Kid was looking for. Oh well. Let's just take what's here. Sure thing. I'm gonna go up here. There's a sword. A bronze sword, or a copper sword in this version. Copper mail or bronze mail in the other version. And a hero shield. Now, if you have Pierre in the party, the hero shield, I believe, is one of the other pieces of his set, and you can equip that on him. Now, you'll notice there's a shiny there. Before touching that, I recommend you go back and save. Okay, I'm all saved up. Now, one thing to note is that when you come back through there, you'll need to answer their question again. If you answer incorrectly, I think you end up having to fight them, from what I recall. Not that that really matters, but now each of the options here leads to a slightly different scene. Too scared to take it. Must be some kind of trap. We should leave it alone. Whatever, just grab it. Oh, we get the silver pendant. Well, that's one way of doing things. Told you. But we got the treasure. And who have we here? What is with this? This whole area is full of confined creatures. Really? You don't say. You'll notice her dialect is a little different. She's letting me out, though. I'll take that. I can't move. Yeah, why are you letting us out? I'm assuming that's some kind of really obnoxious laugh. This is Lucia. We heard something about her in the previous episode there. She was working on some kind of weapons with stuff that was salvaged from Fort Dragonia or something. Oh, and now we're guinea pigs. Lovely. Finish them. A bulb? That's your grand plan. You're going to make me fight a bulb. Those weak enemies that we found, this is a Neo bulb. No, these are not the same ones that we saw before. What we're going to do here is we're going to attack once with Kid and use the new element that I got. It's called Turn Black. The way that turn elements work is they turn the target that innate color. And in this case, turning them a different color will end up making them weak to the opposite color. In this case, because I don't have Poshul with me, if I had Poshul with me, Poshul's yellow, she'll annihilate these things real quickly with her normal attack and with her canine ball attack. In this case, I'm going to use Surge to attack this one. And unfortunately get interrupted. That's going to nuke a lot of the damage that I was planning on dealing. But the idea is I was going to build up a bunch of element power and do a bunch of damage to one, and then follow up by using a white element against the enemy I just used Turn Black on to nuke them pretty quickly. The other thing you can do with it is cast another powerful element, such as Meteorite, which we will be doing here. You see how, even though I've turned one black and Guile is a black innate color, innate color does not affect the amount of physical damage that you do. However, it does affect the amount of magical damage you do. So we're going to use Meteorite on this one. And finish that one off pretty quickly, and then Kid should be able to tidy up the rest of this, I think. There's nothing of value to steal from these guys. They use green innate attacks. Not a whole lot to worry about. The fight should be over before too long. I lost my attack, so I guess Surge will have to wrap things up. There we go. And for defeating them, we get our next star level, level 6. Big HP bonus for Surge. Good to see that, and strength and magic. A lot less for for Kid, but I'll take it. And big HP for Guile too. Nice. And strength. Everyone got strength. Good to see. Now, these guys have a rare drop called Eagle Eye. I am going to attempt to get that by reloading my save file that I just made and fighting the battle a couple more times, because it's an extremely valuable element to have at this point in the game, and we won't be able to get it for a little while if we don't get it now. So we can go into our menu, select Save Load, load up the save file we just made, and I'm going to attempt that fight a couple more times. If I get lucky, great. If not, I'm not going to worry about it, and we'll finish, and we'll just move on from there. If you have Poshul in the party, like I said, Poshul annihilates. You don't have to use any turn elements or anything like that, but I figure it was another way of adding a little bit of strategy to the battles here. Okay, cutting back to the other path. If you go over here and Kid is not in your party, a 9-foot tall monster with huge protruding fangs. Can't bring myself to tell people I got beaten up by a girl. Yeah, as you might guess, you can probably figure out who that is. And here she is now. Frozen Flame ain't here either. You'll notice how her dialogue really doesn't change all that much, though just the fact of her action shows a little more of her personality. We're still forced to talk to that the necklace on the wall, and we still get trapped, even without her initiating. Now, even though we basically get the same options here, but it might be some kind of trap. We should leave it alone. I guess they just assign random characters to say different things. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to show a repeat of this boss fight, but just lo and behold, we have Poshul. Poshul is yellow. These guys are green. You can pretty much tell how the fight's going to go. Okay, second attempt. I will absolutely take that. That makes my life a lot easier. Okay, in my test run, I wasn't able to get that to work for me. I was surprised I was able to get that. Also, the scene itself that I was saying, depending on your option there, it doesn't actually change, at least not from the one that we chose the first time with the top option, which I chose this time. I don't think the other one gives you any variation on the thing. One thing to note is I forgot to equip all the stuff that I just got, so let's give that a shot right now. You've got an iron vest, you got a copper mail. Let's give you a copper mail, and we'll give you a copper helmet, and I forgot to give you your copper helmet. The silver pendant improves magic defense. It's not anything substantial, but we might as well put it on whoever has the lowest there. And while I was coming back, I managed to pick up a rare steel, being the fire pillar element from the will-o-wisps. So I'm going to throw that on here. And so now that she has a new powerful element to make use of, it's level 3, just like the Bush Basher element was level 3 that we got before. What is with all of these things here? What do you say? Oh, so you're... You'll let me leave. Uh-huh. What do you have to tell me? Oh? Cannot leave right now, but come by when you're in need. Willing to help. Okay. I think her accent is like Slavic or Russian or something like that, but we pop back in here. Come back later. What about this little guy over here? Mystery life form is Pip. Dream is to sail the vast sea someday on a big, huge ship. What do you say to that? Oh, Pip? It's an evolving monster. Changes its form as it battles. It's too early to test it out, so I have it caged. Do not free it, please. Sorry. Can't abide by that. Would you mind opening this cage quietly? Yeah, Pip has a little dialect where he believes, or it believes, I'm not sure if Pip has a gender or not, that like it speaks like a child. So if you open it, you'll get an option to do something later. If you don't, you don't. Well, I think you get that option later anyway, but either way, we might as well do it now. We're here. All right. This guy. What are you doing past here? What is it? And you have the option of busting this thing up so you don't have to go through that whole sequence again, because otherwise you would have to go past the guards and then past into Lucia's lab in order to do anything. The Roborg here has an Electro Bolt rare drop, so that would be nice to get, but it doesn't really matter. Electro Bolt is, I believe, a level 4 element, so it would be nice to get access to. There's nothing particularly special about this guy. Later versions of him will have really high physical defense. This one does not. As you can see, we do just enough damage to take him out relatively easily. I don't think he has particularly weak magic defense either. I didn't pull all of the strengths and weaknesses to magic and physical for a lot of these earlier dungeons, because for the most part it doesn't matter. We don't have a lot of option with how we deal damage anyway, but I will have that information set up for later dungeons where it matters more. But anyway, let's just have Guile finish this guy off here. Oh, you still alive? Okay, we'll have Surge finish it off. You got a lot of HP, man. And you do a decent amount of... Hey! 3 attacks! Holy crap, I guess he does a lot of damage. Die, please? Much better. And we just get the copper, which is the common drop. Do note when you run into the fire pillar guys, the guys who can drop fire pillar, they have a chance to bring some enemies in with them, the gobbledygooks that we fought on the bluffs coming up here, and they still have a chance of dropping the Polty Scab. So make sure you fight every single pack of them you get. Always try and steal that fire pillar, and always just kill the gobbledygook so you can try and get that Polty Scab drop. Okay, finished up that fight, and for some reason forgot to steal, even though that's the entire point of me fighting them. But what can you do? Alright, what do we got here? another copper helmet. So there's your third one if you need it. I guess one of them was a drop from something. But either way, you get access to 3 of them over the course of the area. As you can see, the antitoxinal cap is weaker, but it does protect you against that status. If you happen to run into it, I don't think I'm going to run into poison right now, so I'll throw the copper helmet on. But make sure to keep the antitoxinal caps, any that you get, for later. They will be important. Alright, let's talk to you. Watch out for traps, don't touch anything. Oh, I can move this. Let's, maybe it goes over here. The movement on this is kind of wonky. Oh, what? Yeah, if you do that wrong, you get a chance to fight these guys. They have a chance of dropping a Polte's cap, so I'm going to fight all 3 of them, and hope. Well, that's a no-go on any of them. Oh well. So that doesn't work. But if you go and you grab the shield off the wall, you get an item. And, well, one of these guys is missing something. You take that shield and you put it on, you immediately fight some guys. A lot of guys. This is not necessarily an easy fight. Man of War, and in the back we have Man-at-Arms. These are all black innate enemies, and the Man of Wars have an a piece of iron as a rare steel, and the Man-at-Arms, the guy in the back there, has a Hell Soul as a common steel and an iron as a rare steel. The rare steel is actually kind of worth it in either case, because iron is what we need in order to forge some more powerful equipment. And we don't have a free, repeatable way of getting it yet. We had to sacrifice the Profiteer's Purse in order to get access to it. Okay, we're gonna miss. Okay. Surge finishes off 1. Next step, we want to make sure we are finishing off these guys as quickly as possible because they are pretty powerful. Let's go for that and almost finish off that one. And what I'm going to do here... Oh, I didn't equip it. Never mind. I was going to set up and demonstrate how good Eagle Eye is here, but I forgot to equip it ahead of time. That's alright. We will finish the fight normally. That's alright. Alright, we'll have Kid give her attempt at stealing. Doesn't matter who it's from. Iron is the only thing we're after in any case. And thing is, if you fail at something, there's a free way of running away. Now, I think this might be the one fight where that prevents you from... Oh no, it doesn't. It puts the shield back in your inventory, so you get a chance to try again. So I will try and steal again. Yeah, pretty much anytime you fail to steal, you can just run from the fight and start again. I should have put the Eagle Eye on. Stupid. Oh well. We will have Kid start off the fight this time. Now, if they interrupt her, she loses all accuracy, and I basically have to try again. So please don't hit her. Perfect. Now, it doesn't even matter if I don't get it or not, but I'm going to show it on this guy because his common steel is something that I can talk about. A Hell Soul. It is a level 2 black element that doesn't do any damage. All it does is inflict instant death. It has a relatively low hit rate, and it's the only source of instant death in this game that I wasn't able to find a percentage for. So I'm not 100% sure on how, what the percentage of it has of inflicting instant death. There are 2 other elements in the game that do have a chance. Now, we've been inflicted with the curse status here, and Kid doesn't even have a turn to attempt to do things. So let's have Surge finish off 1 here, as long as he gets all his hits in. There. Oh, nice critical. and throw up an element. We could hit with the magma bomb here and target all of them, which will get kind of the most bang for our buck as far as damage goes. And we managed to finish off one of them. See, good amount of damage there. Have Kid finish off this one. There we go. And Guile has access to an meteorite element, so we will do a few hits in there and try and take a chunk off of the boss guy here. This isn't technically a boss fight, but it's also not an easy fight because they can inflict a number of statuses. I don't remember what Curse does off the top of my head. I do have a list, which I will attempt to grab here when I have a moment. But a lot of the status effects in this game really don't matter. There is a fight upcoming where it will matter, and I'll probably talk about all of that at that point. Alright. So yeah, don't touch anything. Now if we head back out here, and then come back in, now that the shield is gone from the wall, we can push this, and instead of giving us an error message, it actually opens a secret passage, which it won't let us by with water. There is a way of stopping that, but not at this point in the game. So I figured I'd at least show you that it's there, but we can't do anything with it. At this point, you can fight these guys if you want. Sure, we'll fight them. Karsh rolls. Negative. Imposters! They're just normal soldiers. Nothing special. Okay, so they're out of the way. We don't have to worry about them anymore. Let's head ourselves back upstairs here and see if we can get lucky and steal another fire pillar. Okay, I finished off both fights with that and with the portal guys there. I don't know what happened, but apparently this is Let's Play Final Fantasy IX now, because I failed a 90+% steal rate 5 out of 6 times. And then when I finally got it, I got the rare one. I have no idea. This game is just absolutely weird at this point. We're going to give Kid something else instead of turn black here. I'm going to try and go over this Eagle Eye. Now, there are a number of elements here in the game that are buffs and debuffs. They are usually level 4 base and plus or minus 4 levels, so they can go as low as the very, very bottom. When they do, it changes absolutely nothing about how they work. They work exactly the same no matter what level they're at. There is no time difference, there is no effective difference. They do exactly the same thing no matter what level they're at, so always put them at the lowest possible level. Also, I do want to put something on Surge here, since he's the most likely to survive. Revive, forgot to do that earlier. And what else do I have access to? I have Fire Pillar. Let's grab that and put that a little further up. Let's put it there, why not? And I think instead of that, I'm going to put on an Arrow Saucer, just because I want a little bit of green in the mix there. You've already got a Bushwhacker and a few of those. Let's put... I guess we'll put Electro Jolt on you, just so that I have that element. And I think you're pretty much good with what you're at there. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely a thing. So I got another one. I got 2 rare elements on each path now. Yeah. Oh, it's this guy from before. He's sleeping. Let's steal his treasure. Uh-oh. What is it? Who are you? I am Zoa. Yes, one of the 4 of the Acacia Dragoons. And what are the 4 Davids? There are only 3 of us at the moment. Karsh next door, Marcy in the library, and I. Leader Dario died in an accident 3 years ago. What about Dario? Wielded the holy sword Einlancer, trusted confidant of General Viper. He was engaged to the General's daughter, Miss Riddell, so now we get our clarification on who exactly Riddell is, and was next in line to become the head of the Viper clan. He died an honorable death during a mission to the Isle of the Damned 3 years ago. Karsh was on that same mission but refused to say much about it. Now, if you recall earlier in the game, someone had mentioned something about an NPC had mentioned something about business and Karsh and the Isle of the Damned incident. This seems to be what they were talking about. Dario and Karsh were childhood friends, always competing with one another. Dario's death happened soon after he was engaged to Miss Riddell. Rumors have surfaced regarding his death. What kind of rumors? He's not going to tell me. Well, I'm going to steal your treasure anyway. Only I can open that. Well, I guess I'm not stealing your treasure. Fine. That way. Now, on this path, we haven't encountered him yet, so this is our first meeting with him. Karsh, on the other hand, doesn't seem to recognize us. Who are you? Rookies. Headed by General Viper. Name is Karsh, and then he laughs because he's a dork. Who is this Surge that you're after? Junior. Well, he's given me a nickname. Orders to bring the ghost of that boy who died 10 years ago. Unexpected company. He got away. Way too human to be a ghost, though. I don't know what the guest from Poor wants with him. Apparently someone from Poor is kind of behind coming after me. Who's General Viper? Head of the Viper clan who has governed these islands for generations.
Witness the alchemic arts passed down the Armstrong line for generations!
But that's not all. He's ordered to take up a new post on the main continent. He made quite an impact as leader of the Acacia Dragoons and was promoted to general. Oh, so even before he was a general, he was kind of leader of these islands. Retired from the army and is currently serving as the Lord of Elnita. Cool. Yeah, tell me about the manor. Built by the general's ancestors 100 years ago, when people first began colonizing the archipelago. Top priority, classified secret. Its existence has been rumored in the northern countries for generations. Legends say it can guide the development of life and even alter history. Oh, so it's a magical MacGuffin. Fun. Well, that's all you have to say. Yo, don't open that. I said don't. You're a pesky one, aren't you? Cut it out. You're still at it. You must be really bored. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And fine, at 20, if you want it that badly, you can take it. You get a Dragoon Gauntlet. I like when they do stupid little things like that with the chest, though going all the way up to 20 is interesting. The Dragoon Gauntlet is basically an upgraded Power Glove. It gives you a total of 3 points to attack power. We're going to give that to Surge there. That's a very nice thing to give him. And then drop down the Power Glove to Guile there. Alright, that's pretty much it as far as items that we can pick up from here. We can unlock that now, and with the code that we have, we can actually go over here. However, that's going to lead into a longer series. But can I not go through here? Oh yeah, the robot's still in the way. That's going to lead into a longer series of scenes and other stuff, so we're going to stay away from that for now. I'm going to fight this guy, save, and next time I'll meet you back by the front door. We can use the code and go in and hopefully figure out what's going on. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.